Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tom and I make videos that help you awaken your soul and create an extraordinary life. Today I'm going to be talking about spiritual awakening challenges and hard times and give you basically 5 things that will help you make it through these challenges that you might be facing. And if you're going through a spiritual awakening, there's just so much that is going on, such a vast array of experiences that you might be going through, such as loneliness, such as an identity shift, such as areas of your life breaking down and changing, be that your career, be that your relationships, such as existential questions that are kind of going through a deep process of change for you as you're uncovering new information and you're really wanting to know deeper truths about who you are and what's happening in life. Not to mention all of the energetic, physical things that you can be going through in your being as you literally are awakening and raising to a higher level of consciousness that's very intense at a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. You can be really feeling like you've been thrust into a deep space of challenge in your life and transformation in every way. And I've been through this in a very extreme way many different times. One of them I remember was after a psychedelic trip I had about 4 years ago that really thrust me into perhaps what I would call the most extreme dark night of the soul experience in my life. Because after that experience, it literally felt like I was Neo from the Matrix, being unplugged and waking up in that world he finds himself in and grappling with that shift in identity and shift in the very paradigm in which I was seeing and experiencing life, going from this kind of quite regular, quote unquote, asleep worldview to awakened like I came out of a dream. And dealing with that and feeling all my chakras burst open with energy and my third eye opening and all this kind of crazy stuff and all of my life situations starting to chaotically reflect this new energetic space I was in and state of consciousness I was adjusting to, and everything just went really crazy and relationships collapsed, my career collapsed, and I was just being rebirthed in an extreme way. And it was such an intense experience. But in that process of transformation and challenge and hard times, it was these 5 things that I kind of did, or unconsciously or consciously, that really helped me get through. And I'm going to give you this today to really give you that sense of optimism, of hope, of positivity, of deep divine knowing that with these 5 things coupled with just who you are as the most extraordinary soul you really are just by being you, you can overcome any awakening experience, any challenge you might be facing. So let's get into those 5 things that are going to help you in this way. The first one is something that I'm just going to tell you directly, and it's know that you're going to make it through. When I say no, I mean really no. If you just knew with certainty that this was all going to work out and was all going to lead to just this most incredible life of abundance, of meaning, of alignment in all ways, and it was all going to be worthwhile, and you were just going through a phase that was almost like your story, your inspiring story. You're in that phase now. This is what's going to be written about you if there was a biography. It's these hard times of transformation. You're living out that inspiring story that you'll actually be able to share with others and assist the world from. And so you can really trust that these awakening challenges are leading you into your next greatest version of yourself. And that good comes of it. Positive fruits always come of it, and you will make it through. And actually buying into that brings you into that space of relief, of openness, of a little bit of light that can shine through, and that's the light of your soul recognizing truth. And that in and of itself can help move you into the next phase and actually bring you into a more aligned, empowered, new, fresh chapter that can blossom open for you. The second thing is be bold and be brave. Now, if you're like me, this is easier said than done, because when I get thrust into an awakening challenge, usually I feel quite overwhelmed by it. I resist it. I carry on about it for a while. But the more advanced I've gotten in my own awakening path and just my own becoming of a independent, empowered person, which is something I've really had to work on and I'm still working on every day, you start to realize that when you take on the challenge and you really step forward and you say, whatever life is trying to show me, to teach me, I'm on board to learn. I can do this. I will find out how to unlock this inner block that I'm having. I will find out how to heal. I will get support that I need. I will learn how to set a boundary. I will work out the existential questions of life. I will trust and figure out and know that I will learn how to awaken into my divine self and experience divine love and really have a deep space of alignment that my soul wants to be in my purpose and my career and my level of abundance. I'll figure it all out. I can do it one step at a time. I can. Know that you can see this situation from that lens of empowerment. It can really assist you. Now, of course, all in good time. You don't have to feel bad if you aren't seeing it that way. I'll raise my hand and say I play that card a lot and get overwhelmed all the time. But I also am welcoming in and have welcomed this empowered perspective in. And I'm giving that to you to know that you can see life this way too. Number 3 is keep focused on your highest vision. Now, whenever people talk about vision, for me, that can be either an overwhelming or kind of vague concept. My big vision, my life purpose, this kind of stuff. And that's okay. You don't really need to have clarity right now if you don't. Don't worry about actually having clarity of a vision in a specific way or knowing exactly what your purpose is and why you're here and all of that kind of stuff. What I mean by keeping connected to your highest vision is more in a very broad sense. I mean energetically trusting that you're here for a divine higher purpose, that there's a deeply meaningful reason for your existence, that you are a chosen one. Why? Because you can choose yourself. And when you can really be pulled by this sense of inspiration to live and find and discover this purpose for your life, you will get clarity around it. You will get action steps for it, and you will be able to channel your energy in service of this mission that'll become ever more clear for you. Now, it's not even clear for me right now completely. I'm always evolving in it. But the sense that I'm living for a purpose, that I know that my life has meaning, is something that I've claimed many years ago. And now I do have a very specific sense, or more refined sense rather, of why I'm here. And I'm living that every day. And the more and more you stoke this energy, the more you're able to create things towards it, and it begins having its own life force. And that really makes you feel connected to love and meaning and beauty in this world, because you see it rippling into other people's lives and you're realizing you're doing your part to bring everyone into unity and to, as we all walk each other home. It's a very beautiful thing. The next step I'll give you for making it through your awakening challenges is to find connection, support, and inspiration. Now, this is easier said than done when you may be waking up and all your friends and family around you aren't going through a spiritual awakening, and you can't bounce your experiences off with them in any satisfying way where you know they understand from an experiential level what you're actually going through. That's often not there. And if it is there, that's fantastic. Connect into that. That is part of the gaining support through these hard times. But how it's been oftentimes for me is connecting to books and people that inspire me, that make me feel less alone, that make me see the bigger picture of how these hard times and times of challenge really unfold. Drawing off those similarities with your own life can deeply help you feel reassured and connected and inspired, which again all helps you move through these challenging times. So the bottom line is, whoever you can connect with that make you feel uplifted, supported, and inspired in some way, do that. And if you don't know what that is, start exploring. Start reading about people. Start reading biographies. Start listening to more of your favorite teachers and authors, reading those books, etc. And it's going to eventually click with you as you'll find someone that really becomes a guiding, inspiring force that'll help you through difficult times in your awakening journey. The last tip I'll give you is remember to love yourself. which is to say that you really appreciate your efforts. You see how incredible you are. You see yourself through kind eyes and realize how incredible you are for embracing the unknown and getting through these challenges and even awakening in and of itself. I mean, how incredible are you to be awakening out of your ego and shedding away all this density in a world that's still run by it and inundated with this level of consciousness? And how brave are you for actually opening yourself up to new truths about reality that many people aren't ready to handle yet? It's a lot on your plate, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. I mean, you are remarkable. You are remarkable. So love yourself, appreciate yourself, be your own greatest support. And when the whole of your awakening path happens throughout this scope of viewing yourself this way, it helps you really make it through. And I'll never forget the time during a really challenging period in my awakening journey where I just about gave up and I felt my soul under the strain of everything just break free and lift up out of my body, and my awareness kind of zoomed through and expanded and just exploded out into an infinite awareness. And it was almost like I could perceive all eons of time across all of human history, and all I could feel was this radiant love housing it all, holding it all within its arms. And I realized that that's what we are. And so that's why it pays to love yourself, because love is. And that's what we are. Anyway, enough of me trying to sound all profound and was a genuine experience that happened though to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make it through any spiritual awakening challenge and hard time. And I'm sending you so much love and empowerment for your journey ahead, and I fully believe in you and know you're going to be okay. So if you like this video, please like it, please leave me a comment. I love hearing from you, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to get the free reality shift cheat sheet, which is a resource guide that will help you really become empowered through your own spiritual awakening so you can create and live your best life. You can get that for free at the link in the description. Don't forget to check out my one-on-one coaching if you'd like to work with me in greater depth along your awakening path to heal yourself, to align yourself, to step into your divine potential and uncover your purpose. I can be here for you in all of those regards. That again is at the link in the description. And finally, stay tuned for more videos on spirituality soon. Thank you.